These are the 6 signs that you've dominated a woman completely, which means she's now attached to you, she's now in love with you, and she now wants to be with you by all means. The first one is she seeks your approval before doing anything. Whenever a woman gets to that point where she cannot do anything without asking about your opinion, when she cannot take a decision without asking for your input, when she does everything to impress you, when she's always seeking for a validation, this means that this woman is now helplessly in love with you and she's doing everything possible just to be on your good side, just to make you happy, and just to make you know that she respects you, she respects your opinion, and she always wants to align with your choices. This is how you know that this woman, you've completely dominated her. She is now helplessly in love with you and wants to be with you by all means necessary. The second one is she follows your lead and takes your advice. A woman who loves you, a woman who is completely dominated by you, will always want to follow your lead. She always wants to submit to your authority. She always wants to go where you are going to. She always wants to be the kind of woman that always does whatever her man wants. The easiest way to know that a woman doesn't like you, or to know that a woman doesn't really want to be with you, is she's always challenging your authority. She's always rebelling against your decisions. You tell her to do this and she tells you no. Let me do it this way. That woman doesn't like you. That woman doesn't love you. But whenever you tell this girl this, she always obeys. You tell her, babe, wear this. I want to see you wear this. She wears it. Babe, I want you to come home by 8 p.m. She's always at home by 8 p.m. Now, I'm not saying a woman will follow you blindly. Even when you tell her to put her hand in the fire, she does it. No, that's not what I mean. But whenever you tell her, babe, let's do it this way, she obeys you. Babe, let's take things like this. She does that. A woman who submits to your authority, a woman who submits to your leadership and takes your advice, is a woman who has been completely dominated by you. The third one is when she's always singing your praises to her friends and family. If this woman is always talking highly of you in front of her friends, to her family, to her mom, whenever she calls her mom, she's always singing your praises, how awesome you are, how good you are to her, how basically she's always speaking highly of you to everyone that cares to know. This means she has a sense of pride about you. This means that she sees you in a very awesome way. She has a lot of admiration for you. Because only a woman who really loves you, only a woman who really has a sense of pride towards you, and only a woman who really respects you too and finds you very attractive will tell others how good you are. We sing your praises to others. We talk nicely about you to our friends. But when a woman doesn't like you that much, she will always tell her friends, oh, leave that guy. I'm just using him. Don't mind that guy. He's just a guy I'm managing. That's how they're talking about you when they don't like you. But when a girl really loves you and likes you, she will always speak so highly of you to her friends, to the point that her friends will want to see you. They want to be around you, to know if what their friends have been telling them about you is true. She will sing your praises to her mom, to the point that her mom will want to meet you by all means. To the point that her mom will want to call you on the phone all the time just to check in on the guy that her daughter is always singing praises about. So that is the third way you know that a woman has been completely dominated by you. The fourth one is she begins to mirror you. When a woman likes you, when a woman loves you so much, when a woman has been completely dominated by you, she begins to copy the way you do things, the way you laugh, the way you talk, the way you spell things, the way you walk, the way you dress. Basically, she tries to copy you because one of the easiest ways to know that a woman has begun to like you or is now in love with you is subconsciously she begins to do things the way you do it. This is a psychological fact. She begins to copy you without even knowing because she now likes you so much. And when you begin to like somebody, you won't even know when you begin to adopt some of that person's traits, some of that person's mannerisms. She wants to always do things the way you do it because she admires you. She looks up to you. She respects you. She basically sees you as someone who she can learn a lot from. And the more a woman is around you and she likes you, the more she'll begin to do things the way you do it. because she places you at a very high place, at a very high level. And obviously, subconsciously, she begin to do things the way you do these things. The fifth one is she begins to prioritize your needs. She begins to make out time to cook for you, to wash your clothes, to clean your place. Basically, she begins to make herself very useful to you. She prioritizes your needs. Even if you call her in the night and tell her, babe, I'm hungry, she'll wake up by 2 a.m. and cook for you. If you tell her that you are broke and you don't have like some cash with you, she will bring out her life savings and give to you. She basically wants to always make you happy. The moment a woman begins to prioritize your happiness, begins to prioritize your own happiness, and is not selfish about it, that is how you know that this woman is now in love with you. Because naturally speaking, women are selfish. But when a woman now sees your own happiness as her own happiness, now sees your own welfare as her own welfare, now sees your own growth as her own growth, that is how you know that this woman is now in love with you. Whenever she's coming to your place, she buys for you snack. Whenever she's coming to your place, she calls you on the phone and tell you, babe, what do you want? What do you want me to bring for you? She begins to even sacrifice some of her time just to spend more time with you. She begins to inconvenience herself just to make you happy. She begins to sacrifice her own happiness just for you to be happy. Now, I'm not saying it should be one-sided, because as a guy, once a woman begins to sacrifice her own happiness for you, you also have to begin to sacrifice your own happiness for her to balance things out. But the moment a woman begins to do all this for you, just know that you've completely dominated her and she's now helplessly in love with you and wants to be with you for as long as possible. The sixth one is she fears losing you. Whenever a woman gets to that point where she fears losing you, just know that you've hooked her, you've gotten her. She's now helplessly in love with you and she never wants to lose you at all. When a woman is afraid of losing you, it means that she's already imagining a future with you. Because only a woman who has made up her mind to be with you forever will be afraid of losing you. Because she now wants you by all means, which means she will do everything possible, as long as she can do it, to make you remain with her. Which means she will prioritize your own needs, prioritize your growth, help you become a better man, and make a lot of sacrifices and investments just for you to remain with her. And she will do everything possible, always, to impress you and make you to be happy and in good terms with her. And trust me, this is the best point to be with a woman. This is the best point you can be with any woman, when she now fears losing you. This means she will work harder to impress you, she will make more investments, and she will do everything possible just to keep you happy and keep you impressed with her.